Let me see. Here we go. Hello, YouTube. Good morning. I'm here to replace Endel. It's time. It's Endel's immersions time right now, but he had technical problems. I hope he can and could join us in some minutes. I really enjoy to discuss about any topic with Endel. Endel is an amazing guy. And I'm here with Ana Vitória. It's our first time talking about something together, so I hope you enjoy. As you notice, I'm just a student like you. I'm not a teacher. I can't fix anything. I'm here just to help guide this conversation. Yeah, that's it. And yeah, I work as a software engineer since pandemic. I really enjoy this field. I'm in love to work as a developer. And yeah, and how about yeah, and I live in São Paulo state, in a Sorocaba region. I know if you heard about.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
my family is from there.
oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I
All
live in Boituva.
basically all my parents are born or in Ibiúna or São Roque.
Oh, São Roque is close
Uh-huh.
here. Yeah, great, great. And I live with my um fiancé and a stepson, right? And yeah, I think it's okay at the moment. And how about you, Ana Vitória?
My name is Ana. I'm 20 years old. I'm from the south coast of São Paulo. I don't know if you heard of Peruíbe.
Piruíbe, yeah, I've heard about.
Yeah, I'm from Peruíbe. Actually, I was born in Osasco, but I never actually lived there. I lived my whole life until 17 in Peruíbe. And then
Mm-hmm.
I moved to Curitiba to study. Now I study at UFPR. I study Portuguese and German. At first, I came to study social science, but then after 2 semesters, I switched to Portuguese and German.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it, basically.
Why have you decided to study German? Just curiosity.
Because I really enjoy learning languages. I started learning English all by myself at 12 years old because I wanted to do an exchange program. And then
Mm-hmm.
when the pandemic hit it, I started to learn French. And then I thought I thought that Spanish was too close to Portuguese, so I didn't want to study at college. French,
Mm-hmm.
I was already studying by myself, so I thought
Mm-hmm.
I would it would better to pick another language, take
Mm-hmm.
this opportunity to learn another language. And then the other options were like Japanese, Latin, or and Greek, German, and um, I don't know if it's Polish, Polonese,
Yeah, I think so. It's Polish.
Polish, and I think that was basically it. So I chose,
Basically.
yeah, so
Okay.
I chose, so I chose German because I knew it had a fame of being a hard language. So I thought it would be better if I took this opportunity to learn at college. Maybe it would be easier than trying to learn on my own. And actually, when I was studying social science, I
Mm.
took one class of German in college, but I thought it
Mm-hmm.
was so hard that I quit after one class
Why? What happened?
because the name of the discipline it was like um, pronunciation or grammatic
Mm.
one. So I
Mm-hmm.
thought it was really an elementary class, but it was not.
Mm.
Basically, all of the people that were there already knew a lot of German.
Oh
So
my goodness.
I felt really behind. So I chose to quit the discipline. And then when I had to choose language. I don't know why, but I chose German. And
Well,
really is that difficult.
maybe because of the challenge. As a human being, we like to challenge ourselves.
Yeah. I knew of the thing that it was hard and it's
Oh,
really that hard.
I got. So you're brilliant, and yeah,
No.
congrats for this. You are able to learn a lot of language by yourselves because you really enjoy doing this. That's awesome, and I feel like a baby close to you related to language for sure. As you realized, my English not so polite, but I'm doing my best to improve my knowledge. I remember when I started here in 2024, I forgot to mention this in my presentation. I started here in 2024, June, and I remember my first immersion. I was so terrible. I could mm, make any sentence, it was almost, by the time it was almost impossible to say anything. So I'm proud of myself related my improvements along the way, right? Of course, as I mentioned, I have to improve a lot of stuffs. Yeah, my goal in learning language is not only about the language itself, but also improve my communication skills in general. And yeah, being a person that I'm able to discuss about anything to get better opportunity for my career as a developer or and improve my financial structure. I would say for my family, these stuffs. To be honest, um, before I start here in Talk and Talk, I didn't like to practice English. I have to be honest. I started doing this because of my career. Along the way, I realized I was enjoying a lot because, as I mentioned, I really like the people's difference, so I'm here. I can learn with you, with your background, and I can share my experience to you. And this experience is invaluable, so yeah, that's it. So Anna, the choose topic by Endo is amazing one. What values shape our world? So I'd like to, yeah, to start with the first question with you. Could you read and answer? Do you have the questions? Do you have
Yeah.
access to the question? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
So question number one, which values most strongly guide our world today? I didn't really read all the questions to think
Me
about
too.
it,
Me either.
but I think I just saw the first one, and the first thing that came to my mind was that in today's world, uh, the value that most people follow in today's world is the desire. And,
Desire. Interesting.
yeah, and I'm saying with uh, a judgmental way of saying this.
Mm-hmm. I got you. Desire. I agree with you. Desire is the first and the most important thing to do something. We have to intend to achieve something, to
Yeah,
pursue
yeah,
it.
but I thought in a perspective of today, people don't do things because it's the right thing or because they're empathetic or they have strong values. They do things because they want to do that and they don't care about other people, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
what people most value in society those days is the individualistic
Mm-hmm.
desire So that's what I was thinking.
I think I understood you. I saw you. Um, yeah, I mentioned that my intention here was improving my communications for my career, right? However, as I mentioned, along the way, I've realized I can use this knowledge in my leisure time. So currently, for example, last weekend, I spent about 12 hours listening English because I was watching events in a live stream, some events, to be honest, two events at the same time, that these events just exist in English, not in another language, because it's related the racing events, and yeah, I decided to follow this um, to be honest, there are some Portuguese streams related to this, but I decided to I picked the English one. Yeah, to I feel currently I feel comfortable to listen in English some events, especially in live stream that they are not su- subject legenda, yeah, subject, I forgot,
Subtitle.
subtitle, yeah, subtitle, thank you. And yeah, it's hard, but I can understand the conversation context. That's the most important for me at the moment. And yeah, I enjoyed a lot using the English knowledge that I've been building here, and yeah, using these situations not only in for my career. Unfortunately, I don't use English a lot in my career. I work for a company based in Brazil, but yeah, I study everything I studied currently is in English, are in English. I decided to do this. So my courses, my content that I selected, that I pick, is always in English. Yeah, so I've realized I really enjoy using English in my daily.
Yeah, it's really a lot of people, I think most people, when they start learning English or any language, they feel that way that it's an obligation.
Yeah.
And I feel it's the same with physical exercise. Most people don't like to go to the gym. And about the first question, most people, when they don't like to do something, they just don't do. They don't have like your perspective of, I need to do this thing because it's good for me. It would help me when I'm older. It will
Yeah.
help me to get a better job or to get a better life, have a better
Mm-hmm.
life when you're older. But it's just something you have to do, even
Yeah.
if you don't like. And I think
Mm-hmm.
with physical exercise and with language learning, I think you just need to find your thing in that area,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, most people don't like go to the gym, but physical exercise is not only about going to the gym. You can do another stuff and find joy in what you do. The same thing about learning languages. You can see as an obligation. You have to
Mm-hmm.
find something that you like about it. So you don't need to learn a language in a traditional way. You can
Yeah.
try to learn by watching movies or listening to music. You don't have to
Mm-hmm.
follow that traditional path.
I agree.
So, but most people don't don't try to see to an by another perspective, so they get
Mm-hmm.
stuck in that traditional path, and they
Yeah.
just don't enjoy what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah. That's one of the most interesting thing here in Talk and Talk. We can enjoy during the conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question for you. Have you participated of another language's immersion?
Actually,
here in Talk and
Do
Talk.
you know? Do you know when Talk and Talk started? The year?
Oh, 2020 maybe? No, it's early. It's
Yeah.
early.
So I'm not sure if it's before 2020, but I'm sure that I was here when it started. When it was
Oh,
when
you're
it had just English immersions. It didn't have a English course. It was just
uh-huh.
meetings. And actually, I think by the time it was free, so I did every day. I remember in the pandemic, I
Mm,
did every day. But then when it got paid, I was in high school, so I didn't have the money, so I stopped. But I really enjoyed
mm-hmm. Okay, I got
participating in
you.
those meetings. But I was here when it started.
Oh my goodness, it's so pleasure to be with you. And yeah, I I completely understood you, and yeah, that's a good point, Anna. I tried to recommend the Talk and Talk for some closed ones, and when I explained the Talk and Talk's methodology, they don't believe in me. You know, don't believe that that methodology would work, and it's a big mistake, as you mentioned. If you be in an open-minded mode, you will realize that how powerful this methodology can be, you know, because we do the same children approach, you know, we just talk, and of course it's important to learn, study the grammar and so on. Yeah. So yeah, answering the questions, I think I didn't answer the which values most strongly guide me. My word today. Let me thinking. Yeah. Currently, I really my goal is to have a work-life balance. You know, as I mentioned, I like to work what I'm doing. However, it's important to have a balance between my personal life, my family, my parents. I have children, right? I have two children related. My first relationship, they are teenagers nowadays. Um, so I really enjoy balancing this. And about a career, um, I'm a person that I pursue improve my career um, roles. That's not only about the money, you know. Of course, money is important. I don't have to be hypocrisy, you know, hypocrite. I don't know the right way to say this, but it for me it's crucial to feel good with what we're doing, you know. So I really I, that's the most important thing. I yeah, I think I answered, and I can move to the next one because the my answer will be related with this. Are economic values outweighing human ones? For sure, for me, economic values unfortunately had been uh, valuing much more than our humans' values, you know. So I was saying I can see a lot of people changing their careers just for money, for example. They don't um, they don't care if the workplace is a good one to be there, or if they like the job they are doing. They just the most important thing for them is just to make more money. And I've uh, I've Let me search this verb. Uh, Let me search. I refused some job opportunities just for money. For example, I decided to start the company that I currently working for um, to earn less than I was earning before. I earned some more benefits, better salary, but I didn't like the workplace environment for any reasons, and I decided to go to another company. And I decided to do this because I was feeling bad. So for me, that's the most important thing. You have to pursue what you makes you happy and satisfied. That's the main point for me. But unfortunately, the most of people don't think this way. But I respect the others' point of views, and yeah, that's it. And how about you?
Yeah. I agree. I think everything nowadays is shaped by economics, um, even relationships, and I think most people don't even realize it. I was talking about this with my boyfriend this week. We really enjoyed talking about social analysis, kind of those things. And one thing I find a little bit odd is
Mm-hmm.
this uh, romantic apps. They
Mm-hmm.
really expose what relationships, not even just the romantical ones, but any relationship, um, how relationship they are in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Because in a romantic app like Tinder, you can just swipe,
Yeah.
swipe keep the person if you oh I really enjoy this person but they put one thing in their profile I don't like so I just keep to another one,
Yeah.
or if I'm talking to someone and they just say something I didn't like they just keep to the other person. And even if you don't participate in those kind of apps, I feel now this is how relationships work those days. So if my friend
Yeah.
said something that I didn't like, I'll just get another one. People don't want to make the effort to to create a strong bond
Connection.
with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, to make connections. They just want what is best for them in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have this point of view that relationships aren't easy. They won't be
Mm-hmm.
easy every time. You will argue. So something something you have to value in someone is not they are perfect because no one is perfect. I feel like people are always searching for the perfect person for them, but perfection doesn't exist,
Yeah.
especially with people. Even the person who is seeking perfection isn't perfect, and
Mm-hmm.
people don't realize that your partner won't be perfect. They will
Mm-hmm.
they will make mistakes. They will say things that may hurt you. They will do things that may hurt you. So it's not about a perfect person, but you have to search for a person who is available and wants to make it happen. Not because I never thought that soulmates existed. I knew that I could find happiness with a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
but the right person for me is someone who will make the effort to be with me, even if times get hard, if we argue. But it's not important that the person will always agree to me, or we share the same everything point of view, political and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But if the other person respect me and if they want to make it happen just as me. And people
Perfect.
don't realize that nowadays you just get to cut people off. They don't want to make the effort to make the effort to stay close to the other person.
I think the people are accommodated, you know. Um, Nowadays, it's easy you find a profile that match with your values because the technology help us during this process, as you mentioned very well about dating apps, for example. And just a curiosity, I've met my fiance in a dating app uh, 7 years ago, between 6 and 7 years ago, you know. So my current fiance, she lives with me, so she's my wife, you know. We've met in a dating app a lot of years ago. Just a curiosity,
Mhm.
and. Yeah, and moving on, continuing this perspective, the technologies help us during this process, right? And how, in your opinion, how technology can uh, drive us to the progress related how uh, the values shape our world.
In the romantic
Oh,
perspective,
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, your microphone was in a low audio volume. Can you repeat, please?
in what way do you?
Oh, let me see. We can, for example, have some mobile apps to, um, for example, help us to reading more, to learning more, and help us in value our point of views. For example, if you strong believe that it's better rent a place to live than buy a one, loan emprestar, loan, I guess, loan, something like loan, I guess, loan some money, or if you or if you think it's better just to rent, you can, for example, read a book related to financial stuffs and yeah, so on. So we could have some apps to uh, recommend us good books related this, for example. How, in your point of view, how technologies could help us during this process if technology would help us? I don't know, maybe you disagree with this point of view.
Yeah,
Is about the
I'm
question number 3.
not um against technology. I just think that, of course, it's very good for educational uh, purposes.
Uh-huh.
I just linking to the other question. I just think that because it got so easy to find the things that you're searching for, you don't see what's around you. So you have a goal. I want to know about this one thing, and I just don't see the other things. When it was in person analogical, you didn't have the choice to go through straight to the information that you wanted.
I
So
saw.
if you wanted to talk to someone about one thing, maybe the other person won't talk about other things. Or if you were searching in the library for one information, you could pick a book that it was not exactly where you were searching for, but you could learn about other things,
Mm-hmm.
having other perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not against technology. It's really good. It's really efficient. We don't have all the time in the world to do something, so it really helps to narrow down our options. But at the same time, narrowing down our options is not always good, especially about social relations.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like technology really
Filter our choice,
that is not that
maybe.
good for social relations because I mean when you have the scenario that you can always shut your phone off when someone said something you didn't like, why you want to not have this opportunity in person? Because when someone's talking to you and they
Mhm.
say something you don't like, most people won't just
Yeah,
stand up and leave, right? They have to go through this not enjoyable moment. So most people just avoid uh, getting frustrated,
yeah,
but I think it's a bad thing because it's life. You can
agree.
do you can do just the things that you like. You have to go through things uh, that are not that good.
Yeah, for human interaction, yeah, to be honest, I've never thought deeply about you mentioned, and I think I agree with you about human connection technology. Mustn't be a good choice to use it. I agree with your point of view. I've never thought this way. However, thinking more about you said, yeah, you're right in your point of view. I agree with you. However, and I think I understood wrong the question number three. I think the question is related. The technology progress is increased along the way for which reasons, I think is that
Yeah.
that was my bad, in my point of view. Just to bring you insight, in my point of view, it's just for money. Just for money. I remember Brazilian F1 driver interview when he was asked by a reporter. How can I say reporter in English? Let me see.
Reporter.
Uh, I don't know if this is correct. Okay. He was asked by a reporter,
Yeah.
and that Brazilian drive said the goals, the driver's goals is to run to the money. Just it. Nelson Piquet, Brazilian F1 driver.
Yeah.
And
I think
I think it's the same with technology. The
I
same.
think that at some point it was really about progress, but nowadays, I mean, you don't really have uh, to sell a new version of an iPhone every year.
Yeah.
So nowadays, most things I think is just for money, but not always, all of the time.
I
At
would
some point, it
add,
was about progress, but not anymore in
yeah, yeah.
technology.
I would add technology progress increase a lot because of wars, big wars.
Yeah,
If you check the history, you realize that, So that's two reasons for me about the money and the human necessity as something like human needs, I think and wars used to bring us a lot of needs, So yeah, for me is that.
yeah, and to make things easier, right?
Yeah,
But I think at this point, we just have to do the reverse. We have to make things.
yeah, yeah. But I think okay, I agree with you. The technology make our lives easier, but in the
But
end of
too
the
easy.
day, they are going. to the money, you know?
I think it's good to make things easier, but nowadays I feel like it's too easy.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we don't, people right now really don't have anymore the ambition to do something, and they don't put effort into things because it's just too easy. So people got really lazy.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and well, would you like to choose some another question to answer?
Yeah, let me see.
Go ahead, Anna.
Okay, I'm gonna choose number 10. How will future generations judge your values?
Good question.
I try not to be a negative person, but I really think it won't get better. I think it would just get worse. So I don't know. I don't think they will like judge us because we're too technological. I think they would just be worse than us. I
Yeah.
mean, if you see the latest, uh, I think it's latest like for the new generations.
I think so.
They
I got you.
I feel like they are just getting worse about technology because I mean, for me, I went into technology when I was like a teenager. I didn't have like a cell phone, a smartphone when I was a kid. And I think I was like the last generation to experience that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like parents are also right now they also have this thing that they don't want to make the effort to educate the children, so they just give technology, an iPad or a smartphone. So what will happen? You know,
Mm-hmm.
people really don't want to make the effort, and
Yeah.
those kids who were raised, I mean, not raised well, I think they will just get even worse than the parents who didn't raise them as well.
Yeah. As a father of two boys, I have to agree with you. I consider myself a realistic person, not a negative one. I think you are the same. And it's hard for us that we lived with some limitations, I would say, related to infrastructure and realize how the new generations live currently. And I'm sure that yeah, I'm sure that they will have some problems related to connections, you know, to build strong connections and relationships, any kind of relationships. Because as you mentioned very well, today it's easier to get information. We don't have to processing a lot of information to make a decision. We usually just, for example, ask for an AI tool to give us an answer, and the most of people don't use to think deeply about that before to take some actions, you know. So I'm sure that they will have a lot of problems with this. So I'm sure they will judge us a lot, our values, because as I mentioned, I lived a lot of years without any kind of technology. Uh, just a note, I get my first internet connection when I was teenager, and the connection was discada. I don't know if there is an English expression for this discada. Let me search. Let me search quickly. Internet discada. Dial-up connection. Yeah, dial-up internet connection. Yes, I remember I spent 2 weeks to download 4 minutes clips, you know. So
Mhm.
it was hard. I didn't have video games when I was a child and this stuff, so I know how to live in a simple way. And for the current generation, it's hard to understand this, For example, if the uh, power energy go down for any reason, they will be um, um, lost. They will be lost. I've lived some situations related this with them. Uh,
Mhm.
I was with them, and the energy was down, and oh my goodness, and they used to say, "Oh my goodness, I don't know what I can do right now. I don't have energy to access the internet, to play video games, and so on." So yeah.
Mhm. I think
Yeah.
most people wouldn't even realize that they don't know the other person, like a family. When you go to, I don't know, to the food area in the shopping or restaurant, the kids will be on their phones and the parents will be on their phones. They are not talking. Or even couples, I see a lot of them.
Mhm.
They are in a dinner, they don't talk, they just are in their phones. So most people, I think they don't even know properly the other person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you. I got you.
They just want easy entertainment.
Yeah, easy entertainment. Yeah, I agree with you. Well, let me pick one question. I think we have time for one more question, I guess. Are environmental values changing our idea of progress? Um, I would like the environmental values would be more impacting for our choices. Unfortunately, um, I I truly believe the money is the goal for the most of organizations and people. I hope the environmental values would be increased a lot along the way, or else we will be in a bad position because, as we can see, there are a lot of disasters, natural disasters happening because we don't care properly about the environmental uh, taking care, environmental care, something like this. And yeah, that's my point of view about this. So, for example, I use I'm a tech guy, right? Sometimes I used to buy some device, some gadgets, and um I don't trash the device boxes. I usually take care of them to use, for example, to um, save some domestic items, or let me see, when I move to another place, I use the same boxes to, yeah, help me during these moving devices, and so on. I avoid to mix the trashes, um, how can I say this? Oh, I don't know how to say I mean I'm trying to say I try to separate the trashes between environmental they between some trashes that are oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to say em português. Eu tento separar os lixos em orgânico e, e não orgânico, né? something like this. And yeah, and how about you? Question number 8.
I was thinking about the question, but I don't really know how to answer that. I don't think I got it
The
the
question
point of
meaning.
the question. Yeah.
Do you believe the environmental values had been changing our idea of progress? We considering environmental stuffs in our progresses, goals, and whatever. Do you understood me? Did you understand me? Let me try em português. Você acredita que o meio ambiente tem mudado a nossa ideia de progresso? Tipo, no sentido, a gente considera bastante o meio ambiente quando a gente pensa em progresso ou não?
I feel like people are slowly being more aware of the environmental that we need that, but I feel like I don't know they see the environmental as not by itself, but we need to save the environmental because of us. It will make things better to us, so we don't suffer, and not because the environmental itself. I think something kind of bothers me.
Yeah.
In the end, it's just about ourselves to make things better and easier for ourselves, and not because we're not gonna cut this tree because we're not gonna cut this tree. We're not gonna cut it because it will be better for us.
Yeah, because of this I mentioned, I would like environment reasons would be more valued, would be more valued than nowadays. I would like environment values would be used more in our choices. We don't use to choose because of environment, as you mentioned.
I think most people don't realize that we see the nature as below us. Like people really think they are in the center of the world, that the nature, the animals, they have to serve us.
We are just alive because of the nature.
Like we came after them. People don't have this mindset of that we have to coexist with the nature. We think we have the right to do anything because we are stronger and we have rational thinking. People really have this ranking of us human beings are above anything.
Yeah, I agree with you. And they used to bring deeply hard questions to answer. I really would like he would be here to bring his point of view, because he's a smart guy as well. But I really enjoyed with our point of views, and I'm so sorry for my mistakes. This topic is hard to understand, but I really enjoyed, and my immersions happens every Tuesday and Thursday, 7 a.m. Brazilian time as well. So tomorrow I will be here with my immersion. I hope you see you in there.
I'll say it's a bit early.
It's a bit early. 7 a.m. is not so early.
Because I have to wake up before 7 a.m.
I got you. However, if you have time to go there, feel free. You're welcome to go there, right?
Okay.
And have a good day. I hope you enjoyed. I did my best to replace Endo, and have a good day.
It was
Take
really
care.
nice conversation.
Yeah, bye bye.